And best things of this blizzard, sharp and quick to it. And when you begin to next day, January, crocodile come down to cold. Ready low, what's the ready low?
This Christmas, Glow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill. And win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
Auto Trade introduces our newest line of lubricants, Valvoline, America's first branded motor oil. Valvoline has been formulating and improving motor oil longer than any other brand. From the world's first racing oil to the world's first synthetic blend, Valvoline has been trusted in engines around the world for over 150 years. Make the switch today. Choose Valvoline, the original motor oil. At Auto Trade, we only recommend the best in quality because at Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle. It's a relationship. Valvoline lubricants, now distributed by Auto Trade.
Lady S. 2025. Still again. Most people can't afford oil and flour to make a little bits. In this little ghetto hamlet,
it's officially white potato season in Dominica. To celebrate, Bloombox is giving you the chance to win a 196cc 4-stroke 6.5 horsepower tiller valued at over $3,000. Wow! You heard right. Simply make a purchase of $75 or more between October 13th and December 27th, 2025, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win this powerhouse machine to make your next planting season even easier. Winner will be announced on December 29th. Visit us at Bloombox Goodwill and Roseau. Terms and conditions apply. Let's bloom together with Bloombox.
Ever wondered what's in your milk? These are the following benefits of Distinction Milk. It's a great source of calcium and protein, vitamin A and C added. It's definitely not the filled milk like some of the other brands. Distinction Milk texture and taste is great for shakes, baking, pouring cream, and is side for mashed potatoes and much more. Even better, because of its rich texture, Distinction evaporated milk can be stretched. Isn't it great to know what's in your milk? Distinction Milk, distributed by Pinefoods Inc.
make this brand world happy. The finest loves we have, the brand Christmas share. We can bring you praise the
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's 8:25. I'm going to start with a very inspirational message this morning. And then I'm going to play you a homily from a Catholic priest, Father Francis, from the Newtown Parish, who spoke at the Honorable Julius Simmons' funeral there on Saturday. I think it has a message for the leaders in Dominica. But let's start off this message generally. For we Caribbean people,
Caribbean people love to talk bad about each other, but none of the islands doing better. Jamaica fighting crime like it's a civil war. Trinidad drowning in corruption and political games. Barbados buried under debt. Haiti betrayed for generations. Guyana rich in oil, but the people still poor. St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, all struggling under taxes, loans and false promises. Every island chained to the same system, just painted in different flags. We laugh at each other's pain. We mock instead of unite. We celebrate independence while still begging for help from the same hands that hold the leash. Maybe we don't hate poverty as much as we say we do. Maybe we've just learned to live with it, to dress it up with music, flags, and festivals. Maybe we love the comfort of the cage, because freedom means responsibility, and responsibility means change. But look around. The same issues echo across the sea. Crime, poverty, corruption, inflation, broken schools, broken systems. If we truly wanted better, we'd stop fighting each other and start fighting the system that profits from our pain. Because if poverty, crime, and corruption were really our enemies, we'd unite to destroy them, not each other. Until then, we're not fighting for change. We're becoming the system itself. Free the islands.
Let's keep fighting for change. On this note, I'm going to play you the moving homily preached on Saturday for the late Julius Timothy by Father Francis of the Newtown Parish. They will continue to talk right after this.
My dear friends, we have gathered together this moment to pay final respect and honor to a great man, a man of honor, a man whose prowess, whose life touched a lot of people. His contribution to the society, I call him an illustrious son of the soil. After looking at so many testimonies about him, I said, no, this is a genius elite of our time. Words alone is not enough to describe such personality that God has given to humanity, to our country, Dominica. To you, the grieving family, I know it's not an easy task for you to see that your dad, your father, beloved one, is saying goodbye. It's not easy. But I want to leave you with that words from John chapter 14. Jesus said to his apostles, let your hearts not be troubled. Believe in me, for I am the way, the truth, and the life. He is the way, he is the truth, he is the life of our dear brother. I just want to thank you, the family, because right from the moment our brother was sick, you were there for him. For many years he has been down, but you did not abandon him. The day I visited him, the home, the house where he was kept was very, very properly kept. For many years, even till the time he passed, you were always there to take care of him. Please, my brothers and sisters, can we put our hands together for this great family? You did a great job. There are some who will abandon their father and then maybe throw him somewhere out there in old people's home and then maybe visit him just once in 3 months. But you did not do that. You showed him love. You were there with him to the end. God will reward you. Amen. And so, my dear friends, we have gathered to pay final respect and honor to him and to ask the good Lord to bless him with a place of light and peace, with a place where he will enjoy the beatific vision. Though many may say, oh, he has suffered a lot. But I want to tell you the truth. God allows this for a purpose. God allowed him to pass through these crucibles for a purpose. There are different types of death. But God gave him this particular type of death as an opportunity to be transformed, as an opportunity to be purified, as an opportunity to pass through what I call purgare. Purgare. That moment of his suffering was a moment God was purifying him and preparing him for his own blessing, which only him can do. Man cannot. We can only say, describe so many things from our mind and from our perspective, but only God, a God of mercy, only him that can judge. Amen. And so we want to thank God for the life of our brother, for the many times that he had experienced this sickness for many years. We want to thank God because it pleases him to do that. And we want to ask him in a special way that as we have gathered together as a people of, a faith community, that our prayer be accepted for our dear brother. To celebrate the Holy Mass is a powerful blessing and prayer that we owe the dead. The Holy Mass is so efficacious in that we cannot but do with it. We cannot do without it. We as Catholics believe strongly in the Holy Mass. There was a priest who died during the persecution in Nigeria. The Boko Harams killing Christians. And so the priest was killed by these persons. They brought out his intestine and hung it on the tree. A gruesome death. And the sister was so, badly, troubled. She refused stopping her tears. She continued crying always until the priest visited her and said, "My sister, your tears does not solve my problem. Please go and book the Mass for me." Booking of Mass as Catholics is to come and offer Mass for the dead. And so the sister came, and according to him, "Where I'm supposed to go, I have not reached yet. Please book the Holy Mass for me," in the dream. So she woke up and came to the priest in the parish and said, "Father, my brother said I should book the Holy Mass for him." And so she booked 9 days Novena Mass. And after the 9 days Novena Mass, according to her, the priest appeared to her. Formerly he came in with black. And now he appeared to her with white, saying nothing to her, but somewhere very far from her, looking at her with smiles and waving at her. Which means that he has finally reunited himself to the Father. Amen. The power and the efficacious nature of the Holy Mass. So the Holy Mass is our highest prayer for our dear brother, asking the good Lord to show mercy, to temper justice with mercy. As we all know about the life of our brother, Julius Christopher Timothy, many people describe his personality as a visionary leader, one who has a common interest of not only his family, but Dominica at large. A man with a golden heart. According to some, during the conversation in the media, their testimony was that he did a fantastic job when he was with the government. And that can be seen in his relationship with the people. Very concerned with the human dignity. According to them, this man is not just a politician, but a statesman. Not a political demagogue, but a statesman. An individual who has the interest of those whom he is governing. It's a challenge to us, brothers and sisters. It's a challenge to us to understand that whatever God has placed before us is for us to make good use of it to help our brothers and our sisters. to build our community. Julius supported the church and the community. Today I can even leave Fatima and then send a letter immediately to ACS Shillingford. And what happened? And the letter will come back with a very big fat envelope. Why? Because he built a foundation of what? Charity. He built a foundation of charity to help, to reach out to people and also to build his church and his community. That is the personality we are bearing today. Julius Timothy, when he was a parliamentary representative, he visited every person according to them. He visited every home to know their needs and to, of course, not to depend on what people will tell him, his boys will tell him, but what he actually encountered in the field is a challenge to us leaders. We the leaders, do we find time to visit the community where we are governing, to visit those, whom we are calling our citizen? It's a challenge to us. He moves down the creek, to visit, to understand, to get feedback on how they are feeling. This was a public testimony rendered, during the interaction. When I heard all this, I said, what? It challenges me. Challenges me, even myself as a priest. What I mean, I need to find time to move down to my parishioners, to visit my parishioners, to speak to my parishioners, to understand their plight. And then when I offer the sacrifice of the Holy Mass, I will now be satisfied that, yes, I know their problems, and I take it to God. It's a challenge. Brothers and sisters, the life of Mr. Timothy is something that we are called after the funeral today to go home and begin to brainstorm on what we are called to do as Christians. During his tenure as Minister of Health, people testified that he was always passionate about people's health. He saw it as their rights. And some say he has a conscience. He has a conscience and is very, very loving, caring, a passionate individual who never abandoned the tears or the cry of the other. Today, the Ministry of Tourism and our country are enjoying all the benefits of the World Creole Music Festival, courtesy of who? Mr. Julius Timothy, who insisted or initiated it when he actually traveled abroad. He discovered this wonderful gift out there flourishing, and he said to himself, I cannot leave this good thing out there. I need it for my country. So when he came back, he initiated it with his counterparts. Many of them, and even Mr. Coffee here, you partner with him, and so many of us. And that brought a very big joy to our country. I was traveling to St. Lucia, during the World Music Creole Festival. And I saw the number of persons coming into this country for this celebration. And I said, God, this is wonderful. Little do I know is a contribution of this great man. Please, can you put your hands together for him? What can I do for my country? What can I do to build my community? What can I do to build the society? That is the heart of Mr. Julius Timothy. As Christians, it's a challenge to us. What can I do to build my own home, my family, my brothers and my sisters? What can I do to build and to contribute, to make a positive impact? It's a challenge. And not to be called, for instance, to be called a parish priest of Our Lady of Fatima. What can I contribute? Have I made any meaningful contribution? To be the minister of this, minister of the other. Have I contributed something positive to the plight of the people? Brothers and sisters, it's a challenge. Not only to all of us seated here, but to all of us priests. It's a challenge to us. Let us ask God in a special way that as we learn from the legacy of our brother, that we become the best tomorrow. Amen. Mr. Julius Timothy, according to those who, spoke so many things about him, they said his impact was, in fact, a blessing to our country. This is the impact of a visionary leader who not only think of himself, but how to make a meaningful contribution. According to the manager Sandra, I don't know if you're here. Sandra said, my boss was a very kind man. He assisted a lot of people, even his own staff. His office is like the natural red clinic. You know the reason? Yes, because he listens to everybody. Even when he cannot, he will go out of his way to listen to you, to solve your problem. And according to Sandra, one day he said to me, Sandra, you know we are different. Let us help them if we can. That was his word. That was his statement. You know we are different. Let us help them if we can. Brothers and sisters, if you can, do something good. Amen. My dear friends, it brings me to that, to what the first reading is telling us today. Wisdom chapter 3, verse 1 to 9. The book of Wisdom tells us that the souls of the virtuous are in the hands of God. Hands of God. Looking at what our brother has achieved, he lived his life working tirelessly. He has been in different ministries. He was not selfish. He used his time judiciously. He has impacted into the life of so many people. A caller called and said, I am in America today because of Julius Timothy. I learned this business from him. Brothers and sisters, it's a challenge to us. Are we ready to build capacity? Build capacity. Because what you do today will be your blessing tomorrow. Build capacity. The message of today is immortality is a gift to the virtuous. Immortality is a gift to the virtuous. The first reading, as I said, tells us how we should understand death. That is why it began by tracing the origin of death. It says, human beings, we are not made to die. If you read from chapter 2, verse 23, you understand that God formed man to be imperishable. Because when God created us, he created us in his own image and likeness. And God, of course, is immortal. He's immortal. He does not die. He lives forever. So too, we are created to live forever. We were meant to be immortal. In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve, of course, we are living in the constant presence of God. They can see God face to face. They can interact with God. And sometimes when God comes down, he comes down to play domino with them. Just like Julius Timothy. He comes down to play domino with them because there's this relationship, that interaction. It exists between Adam and Eve and God. But something happened. Something stole away that wonderful moment they normally have with God. They were seeing God face to face, but after sin, they lost that gift of immortality. Mark it. The gift of immortality was taken away from them because of what? Sin. And so death came to existence on account of sin. It is sin that brings death. Brothers and sisters, now we all must die on account of sin. And death is a door that leads us back to God. However, there is a consolation. And what is the consolation? As for immortality, only the virtuous will gain it again. and live for eternity, only the virtuous will gain it again. We shall regain that gift of immortality only if we live as virtuous brothers and sisters. Just like our brother Timothy, the virtuous life he lived was so attractive that every Dick and Harry of the country must always say something positive about his life. My dear friends, though we die, we shall rise again to live forever if we gain that immortality through our virtuous life. They are in the hands of God according to the scriptures. They are in the hands of the Lord. And in the face of man, it appears that they have actually died. They are going to lose what? Like annihilation. But he says, no, they are in peace. For grace and mercy awaits those who believe and trust in him. Amen. So immortality can be gotten back through a virtuous life. Yes, he has paid the price for us. He died on the cross of Calvary. Yes, whoever believes in him will not perish. But how? It is not on lips proclamation. No, but it is through a virtuous life that we can accept the salvation won for us. So wisdom says their souls is at peace. Death is not the end, but a door leading to immortality. So, my dear friends in Christ, here comes a very big question that we must ask ourselves. Am I living a virtuous life so as to enjoy immortality? Is the life I'm living now able to earn me immortality when this earthly dwelling comes or is over? Many times, many people live their life recklessly. Many people live a life that is not connected with the Father. And that is why at the end we may cry, had I known. Brothers and sisters, the life we are called to live now is a life that have the consciousness of our Creator. Because he owns the key to our life. You may acquire all you have today with your wealth and your title. When the time comes, the master who owns the key will say, give it to me. And you cannot say no. It can come in a form of sickness. It can come in a form of accident. It can come in any way. And so, if we are not connected with him now, brothers and sisters, we may not live that life of immortality at the end. Brother Timothy has finished his journey. He's gone. The preaching today is not for him. It's for all of us who are still alive, enjoying life. But please do not enjoy life to your detriment. Music, the Creole Festival is bringing money to our country. But do we watch sometimes? It may take us away from our salvation. Yes. Because when we finally, instead of thanking God for the gift of the Creole Festival, the culture God has blessed Dominica with, we now use it to abuse God. True of us. Therefore, we are called to be careful as we enjoy the gift of God. Because the gift of God is meant to please God. It's not meant to abuse God. And that is why when we catapult ourselves in that enjoyment and everything, we sell our body to the devil. We sell our soul to the devil. Yes. Yes. Look at our Creole Festival. The type of music there, yes, it's good. Yes, good. But there are some that we are called to filter this music because it corrupts the mind of the young ones growing up. Otherwise, the aim of our brother Julius Timothy will be defeated. It's not only to make this money. What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and suffer the loss of his own soul? Filter the music. Filter it. Nasty business. Filter it. Filter it. Because God will not be happy. Because what goes into the mind corrupts the heart or the ears and co corrupts the mind, and our youth becomes a terrible one. Brothers and sisters, today is a great day that we remember the contribution of a great leader, a visionary leader. What will you contribute? Is it contribution of nudity that are you going to offer as we enjoy our life? Yes, we do. I enjoy my life. I enjoy my life. Stress-free. Stress-free. Oh, la, la, la. Nobody no bother me. It's good. But do not enjoy it to the detriment of your soul. Because on the last day, he may say to you, away from me, I know you not. And so, friends, today is a great day that we need to thank God for this great brother. And also pray and ask God to temper justice with mercy, not to judge him with harshness. As we too ponder. With the second question that comes to mind, the question again is, how can I live a virtuous life? How can I live a virtuous life? How many times have I found time for God? How many times have I come to talk to God? And sometimes, even when I come to church, I sit in the church and I use my phone and disconnect myself from the Father. How many times have I go to pray and take him serious? The question is, how can I live a virtuous life? How can you live a virtuous life that you too can gain the gift of immortality, won by Christ, his death? Brethren, it is to do what God asks of us. What God asks of us. 1, to shun evil and to do good. To love him and to love our neighbor as ourselves. To forgive those who hurt us. And not to take vengeance or move from one country or the other in search of way of retaliating what of deeds, a bad deeds done to you. Offer it to Christ. To stop giving guns to the youth to kill each other. Stop it. If you must gain immortality, stop giving guns to the youth to kill themselves. Our officers are suffering on a daily basis, stressing themselves at night in search of the wicked brothers. But they are not far from us. If you want to gain immortality, stop that, brothers and sisters, so that God will bless you tomorrow. Amen. To be at peace with one another. To give water to the thirst. Food to the hungry, according to the gospel message. Matthew 25, verse 31 to 46. It says to give food to the hungry, to clothe the naked, and to welcome strangers. Because it said, whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. When I was hungry, you gave me to eat. When I was thirsty, you gave me to drink. Now enter into the home of my Father. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. That is why the book of Galatians chapter 6 verse 7 will tell us, do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. God cannot be deceived. You reap what you sow. Brothers and sisters, sow good deeds. And if we do, the scripture says, blessed are those who died in the Lord. Let them come to me. Let them go unto their place of rest, for their good works always go with them. My dear friends, I ask us, what good work that will go with you after your death? That great day is coming. That great day is coming. All men shall stand before the throne of God and give account of their life. Oh, my darling Jesus, when the world will be on fire, who will be my comforter? Who will be my savior? I am standing with the rock of ages. Rock of ages, pleads for me. Where will you be standing? In the rum store? Or where you have sold your soul to the devil? Where will you be standing? Peace be with you.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh,
Father Francis of the Fatima Parish.
if you give a little more than you take,
I'm moving tribute to
and if you try,
the late Julius
then you break.
Timothy.
If you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, here's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light,
I'm sure you appreciated what you heard just a short while ago. For the past few minutes,
for people like you. I've heard of the streets are made of gold.
a message for many a politician out there, many a leader.
There's a hand to hold. When you taste down here,
Good morning, hello. What's that? Thank you. Okay. Turn on the volume. Turn on the volume on the radio. I know. Okay, because I'm hearing the feedback there.
see if you so someone could say there's a place for people like
What a powerful homily on the weekend there.
Good morning, Matt. I understood very well what was preached or what was said by the pastor or by the priest. But Matt, everybody will not understand, okay? Bear that in mind. Everybody is not going to understand what the pastor or the priest just talk about. All right? That's why it is.
Hello, yes.
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you. Morning.
I love that. I listened. I saw him. I did not listen. I saw him on my television. And when he was preaching, I said, only Father Franz that would do something like that. That's my priest in New Tongue, Matt. I'm proud of him. He say what he has to say. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Father Francis is a Nigerian. I don't know if I can pronounce the name there. Hello, talk to me, yes. I guess
pronounce that surname. You have to go back to
I have to go back to school.
yes, man. You have to go back to Hebrew school to pronounce that surname.
Yes.
The first one was Francis.
Francis is good.
But when you said something that really captured, but we have Prime Minister, except for instance, you have Prime Minister right now,
Yes.
sitting on the man sitting on the seat of Prime Minister. But be honest with yourself. When last has that man went away and came back with something that he said, oh, I saw that in that country. I see that happening over here. Let's try to do it in our country so our country can be better. Have you heard of that man?
No.
No way. That man going outside there every day of a week, of a month. That is the most traveling Prime Minister Dominica has ever seen. But not one of those days he came back and said, well, that is what I saw in Dubai. That is what I saw in St. Lucia. That is what I saw in Grenada. That is what I saw in Trinidad. And I would like to know if we could do something like that. Maybe not the exact same thing, but something to bring in money to our country. Never, man. Not even the drains, not even the sidewalks, not nothing. That man has gone on the other side and came back to contribute. Think that contribute to the people of Jamaica. People can say, well, Mr. did that, he did that. Only what had happened in here, the apartments, to capture people and the vote. And the young people of Dominica must know that a lot of them enjoying World Creole Music Festival. It wasn't the Prime Minister of Dominica, Roosevelt Skerrit, and his government. Young people know that was Julius Timothy at the time with United Workers' Party, the government of the United Workers' Party that have people flooding into Dominica every 20-something of October. They try to water it down, but at least it's some little revenue maybe coming to the country. Maybe not everybody getting paid for what they are doing. But thank you, Mr. Julius Timothy and the United Workers' Party of Dominica. Bye-bye.
A notable absentee, though, at the funeral. Everybody's been talking about it. A lot of whispers. Why was the Prime Minister not there at the funeral? Some people might just not find it significant. And he was at a major event there, the opening of the hotel and Oasis Hotel the night before. Just questions being asked, huh? PM, were you out of state? Why did you choose not to attend the funeral? Some questions being asked, huh? And that was a very strong message to the leaders of all sorts. And what that one should awaken a consciousness of communities, a reminder that our actions should please God first before all else. So someone could say there's a place. Yes, man, I observed that the PM was not there at the funeral. Huh? He alone could tell you why. I don't know.
Very well, man.
Yes, you knew him very well. So, yes, sir. Good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning, man. How are you this morning?
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Great.
Yes.
Great. You had a nice weekend?
Yes, restful. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, my people of Scott. Matt, I listened to this, if you want a eulogy or whatever it may be called,
homily.
On behalf of Mr. Timothy. I knew Mr. Timothy very well. At my tenure at Dominica Stevedores, he was one of the board members there. And Mr. Timothy was always anxious, always eager to give us a bonus, you know. I mean, it had to be approved by the board, you know, and he was a very generous man, very kind, very nice man. And what the priest said of him, I concur with that. You know, Mr. Timothy was very, very, very generous man. You know, and what he said, what the priest said concerning the politicians, it is so true. Man, they are so greedy, they are so evil, they are so unforgiving. You could see the hatred, you could see the filth in their face, Matt. And these people, they are not contributing anything to Dominica. As Blue rightly said, you have this fella going all over the world, you know, parading all over the world, has brought nothing to Dominica. He's bringing nothing to Dominica. He has done nothing to Dominica, for Dominica, you know, and yet still he thinks he owns Dominica. Matt, we have to put a stop to that, you know. These people have to give Dominica a chance to grow, man. For 25 years, you all have been at the helm, and Dominica has not enjoyed one ounce of success. Everything is to bring the country down, spiraling out of control. Matt, we have to put an end to that. That's what I have to say. May Mr. Timothy's soul rest in peace. God bless him. All the best.
God bless you. God bless you. Let me recommend at this time that one of the streets across the ACS should be named Timothy Street. Just a suggestion. Instead of Great George Street or George V Street, in his memories. Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
Good morning, how are you?
Morning to you, morning.
Matt,
Yes.
what a powerful homily. Matt, as a Catholic, I was happy to hear the preach. You know, sometimes people say the church not speaking out much, right? He spoke out, and Matt, it's a message for all of us politicians, all of us, Matt. And Matt, what I'm asking myself this morning, will we change, Matt? Have we listened to what he said, and will we change? You know, in Dominica, when you speak the truth, they have a problem with you understand? So I hope we change. When you're sharing food, everybody has to get mad. Don't look for color. Everybody has to eat. So it's a powerful message for all of us. Do not do people wickedness. Don't be unjust to people. You have to be fair and square because all of us are God's children. And as a Catholic, as I always say, all of us have our sins. But I'm asking the Catholics, those that in government or wherever you are, whether in position, whether in this service, wherever you are, take heed of what the priest said, and all of us change our ways. You hear he said, what you sow is what you will reap. Thank you, Matt.
If you're the kind who takes
Well, I was noticing the video there, and
is a place
I saw a few ministers of government
if you stand
shaking their head there. I think they got the message.
and lend a voice.
If you look at the video, you can notice for yourself. Huh? I think they will move there.
Till I give sight
Let's see if they implement some of what was suggested there by
is a place.
Father Francis. Hello, talk to me. Huh?
Hi, Matt. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Matt, that was indeed a very powerful sermon by Father Francis,
Mm-hmm.
and I was fortunate
To be
and
there.
happy to be at Tim's funeral. I think we're going to miss Tim dearly.
Mhm.
Have a nice day, Matt.
Have a nice one. I noticed the two presidents were there. I noticed the former Prime Minister, Mr. James, a number of the politicians on both sides.
Up there for people.
He really got a good send up there, I can tell you that, huh? Hello, talk to me, yes?
Good morning, my partner, Matt.
How you doing? How you doing, my brother?
What's going on? What's going on? What's in night with you, really?
Everything was good.
Yeah, well, you just make a suggestion there, and I second it.
Mhm.
Name that any of the street you want going across or King George Street
Mhm.
after the Lord Timothy, I second it.
All right, you second that motion. Thank you.
Yeah.
For people like
Just my thoughts, I was just thinking about it this morning. I just said, you don't have to take my suggestion, but I think it would be a great contribution in his honor. Huh?
hands were hard. When your days down here with me, there's a place for people like you.
Somebody says, man, it's not the first time he has made himself absent from funerals of prominent Dominicans who he perceives does not support him or his policies. And guess what? It's starting to filter down to the ministers and followers. If they perceive it's not a person on their side, they don't show up. Well, it was just maybe the same Saturday morning. I was listening to DBS radio. He had a lot of nice things to say, glowing things to say about the former minister. But like you, I was a little surprised that he was a notable absentee at the funeral. Maybe he has an excuse or a good excuse. Yes, a lot of people have noticed and, of course, noted. Somebody said Mr. Prime Minister promised to name a street in Roseville after the late Cardinal Felix. When is that going to happen? When is it going to be done? Mr. is a big fake. It's a WhatsApp message. Hello, talk to me. Let's see, and start renaming our streets in the name of many prominent Dominicans. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Caller, are you there? Hello, yes, yes. Hello, yes.
Good morning, my brother Matt.
Morning to you, morning, my brother.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Hanging in there, living 1 second at a time, right?
That's it.
But I am not a Catholic, but I do respect everybody that chooses to be Catholic. But I was introduced to Father Francis by Father Bronca John. When my sister died, I asked him, Bronca John, to conduct the funeral, but he couldn't make it. So he said, I got a wonderful guy for you. And he introduced me to Father Francis. And sometime I met that guy, Matt, and spoke to that guy, and I have a special love in my heart for that guy. Because he's a genuine person. And it's one of the first time I listened to a priest, and it brought goosebumps to me, Matt. Are you there with me? Hello?
Wait, what's the comment there? Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Go ahead. Yes, I'm talking to you. Hello, go ahead. Hello, talk to me. Yes,
Matthew?
Yes, sorry about it.
Diram, sir.
I know, how are you? How are you?
Matt, not too bad at all. Matt, look, a send off, yes, Saturday. And Matt, that priest, I don't know him, but I must meet him a day. He touched my heart with his homily. Matt, that is a priest. He good. I don't know if a Dominican will do it better now. When I understand he was a foreigner, I say, what? And Matt, you know what we could maybe think of? Now and again on a Friday, on a Sunday, or like maybe when Carnival or something close, play that homily again. You come with one good for our young people. The killing, the stabbing, it's not really doing anything for us, but more pain to people. Matt, I didn't regret I go to that funeral. God bless Julius Timothy. I enjoyed every minute of it. The only thing I was a bit tired. But Matt, it was good. God bless that priest. What is his name, Pastor What?
Father Francis.
Father Francis, I love you. Anytime I will look out for you. Love all you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Matt, you see the absentee of the leader, of the misleader of the country. I laugh in there because you had a subject once about or something came up about the prime minister running to a drug dealer funeral, and you defended and say what? So the prime minister can have all kinds of friends. So Julius Timothy maybe wasn't his friend, man. Don't know. Matt, people have to realize, or you all have to realize the kind of creature you're dealing with. This is not a normal individual. This is a psychotic kind of individual, a disturbed individual. And you're not getting that in your skulls. It's a type of narcissism that, I don't know. We're going for that for so long. And for people not to be learning, you like to say about when certain things happen, lessons learned. People not learning the lessons of what happening to us with this mad, I don't know. That Matt, have a nice day.
The big question is, somebody says, Matt, if you look at the video of Timothy between a minute 128 and 208 and 405 and 430, you will see both the deputy chief and the chief intentionally looking away when they queue past the casket. They were there to pay their last respect, but they disrespected his memory. I get to go check yourself. You know, I really thought I was just going to play this homily so you could get the message, and I think you did, huh? Line bon, di bon. On the telephone, let her talk to me, yes?
Yes, man, not very convenient for him. I understood that he was at a funeral in his constituency of Vickers. Very convenient, man. Don't you find that? Have a blessed day, man.
Yeah, somebody's confirming that he was at the funeral in Vickers on Saturday afternoon. He left after the homily. The priest said he was traveling. That's an easy thing to confirm, huh? Maybe convenience of being close to the airport. I don't know. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Matt,
Yeah.
Matt, what a wonderful audience. There's many lessons to be learned. It was very good. Thank you and have a blessed day, Matt.
Okay, all right. Somebody says in his defense, which I don't do very often, he was attending a very close friend's funeral in the Vickers constituency on Saturday. As I said, he may have had a good excuse. A lot of comments about it, though. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Morning, Matt. Morning, Matt.
Morning to you, morning, yes.
The leader of the country, when he hates someone, hate them to the end. The man of great hatred he had for nothing. But God is good. His time is coming to get out of the leadership of the country. That's all about it.
Hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Matt, I just heard somebody call and made an excuse say that the Prime Minister was at a funeral in his constituency.
I have a good friend, yeah. Well, his good friend, yeah.
Matt, an official funeral is a state function. And I am not belittling the life of anybody or importance of anybody. But a state function has to take precedence over some community event, some constituency event. So while I'm not saying that the person is not deserving of your funeral, it is a state function and the Prime Minister had a duty to be there for that. Okay? They are the ones who granted an official funeral to the former minister. It was his family who gave it to him. They offered it to the family and the family had a choice. They could have rejected or not. They accepted. And when the time comes that the Prime Minister snubs it for another function, it says a lot. And the people are worshipping those stupidness there. I feel sorry for them. Okay? Because the Prime Minister had no other place to be but at that function. He was the one who approved of that function and he had a responsibility, a duty to be there. And not only was I not the Prime Minister, Matt. How many of the government officials did you see, Matt?
I saw a few there. I did see a few ministers. I can't count the numbers.
Okay.
I saw a few.
In much smaller numbers than in those from the opposition. Right? It's a bad sign, Matt. Indeed. Good morning.
All right. I saw Mr. Vince Anderson there for sure. I saw Mr. Isaac. I saw the acting prime minister at the time, Mr. The guy in the valley there, the doctor. I saw a few ministers. I saw Miriam Blanchard, I think. Also on the opposition side, I saw the former Prime Minister Mr. James, and a few ministers, the former ministers as well. On the telephone, are you there, caller? Yes.
Yes, morning.
Morning to you, yes.
Concerning the naming of our street and his name.
Yes.
Greens Lane is a perfect spot. The guy understood is he who resurfaces there. There's full concrete.
Okay.
I mean, they don't do the roads with the good rail. Timothy's Lane instead of Greens Lane.
Okay.
That's also his brother living.
All right. I guess it's your suggestion as well. I just thought something should be named in his honor. The best thing I suspect somebody close to ACS is saying can do for Timothy is to pay ACS their monies owed for groceries, giving them credit after Maria. Another supermarket got their money a long time ago, so why ACS can't get their monies too after 8 years? Hello, talk to me. Oh boy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. How are
We
you?
naming all streets that should be named after who? But if you check on your fingers, the among the streets they're supposed to be named after people up to what they like to do. Up to what they it's just pronouncements and pronouncements. Thank you.
I was brought up in the Catholic Church, but I left the church years ago. Matt, that was a wonderful homily by Francis, Father Francis. And Matt, I think there is something to be learned from that homily. No matter who you are, what faith you are, there is something that should have touched you. Matt, and the absence of the Prime Minister should not be so much of a big deal. My father used to say, you don't need people in death. It is in life that you need people. You want people to be there to love on you, to remember you when you're sick, to come sit with you, speak with you. Not when you're dead, to turn up to your funeral and pretend and play and do all of this nonsense. Not even in the funeral, you could see people looking at other people, cut eyes and crossed eyes, and, just the look on their face said it all. So the Prime Minister not being there, maybe it was a good thing, because the people who needed to be there, the people who truly loved and respected Mr. Timothy, I think they made the effort to be there in his funeral to pay their last respects. And that's all that matters, because Mr. Timothy's memory will live on. He's in front. What about those behind? Will we remember them when they're gone? I can guarantee you some of them will be forgotten in minutes of their death. And when they will be spoken of, it is not because they were famous, it's because they were infamous. Good morning, Matt.
Carry me like you were my brother. Love me like a mother.
Someone says, Matt, Mr. Roosevelt Skerritt has shown over and over again that his relationship with everyone is for his agenda, loyalty to keep in power. Timothy is is of no use to him at this point. He throws people who are alive under the truck, so much less for the dead. Let it be a lesson for those who are kissing up for the post. Huh? Another WhatsApp message. Morning, Matt. I hope all is well. Not sure if you still experience the problem on the radio station or the internet. All I'm hearing is part of the TG Jakes. Well, maybe you're the only one this morning. It seems that the situation is back to normal. Check TuneIn Radio or live onlineradio.net. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yes, Matt. Good morning to you, Matt.
Morning to you, yes.
And to your listeners, Matt. Matt, we know by now, anybody who has a funeral or whether it's a state funeral that's a former minister, that Roosevelt Skerritt will not attend if it's not of the Labour Party. We know by now, all right? We do not need to beat up ourselves about that. We know that is his way of operating, his modus operandi. He does not want to have anything to do because his funeral, other funeral, if it's a state funeral, they give Julius Timothy. The other funeral did not take precedence over that funeral, right? It could be put to another day.
or another time. But we all know that's how Roosevelt Skerrit behaved, and we do not need to be surprised at all of any. We don't even have to be surprised if there's a present minister who dies in office and he doesn't end up in a mark. We don't need to be surprised about that at all. As Roosevelt Skerrit, Emo.
Love me like a mother, would you be
Somebody's asking the question, did they say he was a close friend? Dead man tell no tales. That's somebody from Vegas, huh? Did they say he was a close friend? Dead man tell no tales. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hey, Matt, morning, what's up?
Morning to you, my brother. How you doing?
Let me tell you, remember some weeks, maybe a month ago, you had an argument with, I think it was Clem who called and mentioned about
Yes.
the Prime Minister going to a drug dealer's funeral.
Yes.
And you asking the Prime Minister can't have drug dealer friends.
Yeah, I remember
So,
that. I remember that argument.
in that situation now, Julius Timothy wasn't the Prime Minister's friend.
I guess.
Because he didn't say, no, but you've been asking about it.
No,
too.
but I'm saying it's a good question. Good question, yes.
Yeah, exactly. But let me put another spin on that. I was talking this thing about narcissism. A narcissist is not going to come anywhere where it's not he that is going to be glorified. A narcissist is about me, myself, and I. They're looking for approval. They're looking for appraisal. They're looking for loyalty. They're looking for people to sing up to them. So when you go to a funeral, when you hear, okay, look at Q95 did this thing for Timothy, and then you had Wadix putting something together for Timothy. Right after that, he passed away. Even before he passed, they did stuff for him, so they recognized him. Now, did you hear any of these people that was going and visit him and be on his bedside while he was there sick? No. You're not going to see that happening because a narcissist doesn't operate so. It's about me, myself, and I. They have no remorse. They have no regard. They have no feelings. They have no empathy. So when you see people die and you're hearing these people then calling, these people don't care about no death. In other words, somebody just said they have no use for Julius Timothy again. Now, as I say that, somebody comes to mind. Is Ivor Stevenson alive?
I think he's still alive.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he had gotten a stroke, right?
Yes,
Do you
yes.
hear anything about Ivor Stevenson?
Not in a while.
Exactly. These people, that's what they do. They will use you even when they put you under this undue pressure. You get sick. You fall sick on the job, trying to please them. And when you fall sick, you have no use to them. That's what it is. But the people, the people not learning, the people seeing how these people operate. A narcissist will not change their ways. As more time passes, this individual, this creature that we have run in the country is going to get worse. The sooner you get rid of him, the better. Because the more he stays there, the further down we go. And people need to put that in their skull. If you not put that in your skull and understand that you're seeing something, I don't want to believe what you're seeing. I know what you're seeing there is not normal. We have never seen anybody behave like that, especially in a position that people telling you, oh, respect the office of the Prime Minister. When the very person that's holding the office is disrespectful of the office and disrespectful to the people. Have a good day.
Somebody's asking, Matt, where is your Prime Minister as we speak? If he's out of the country, does the taxpayers' money that pays him $400 a day know what business he's on or is out for? Where's the accountability? Matt, every time a Prime Minister of a real country goes out, the citizens must know beforehand on what business he travels. But that's, as it says, we like it so. Sweet. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes? Yes?
Mr. Felton, blessings to you, sir.
A long time, blessings. You good? All right, nice. All right. Are you there? Blessings. Blessings. I didn't, for some reason, you just cut off there. Blessings, try calling back because I was trying to, of course, connect. Something went wrong there. Hello, yes?
Yeah, good morning, Matt.
My brother, how you doing? Yes.
Good. As far as perfection among humans, Mr. Julius Timothy did pretty good.
Yes, he
That's
did.
what I'll say about him. We
Okay.
were classmates. We grew up together in the same area and all that. But as far as Roosevelt Skerrit, I have said many times we have our own version of Donald Trump. Enough said, Matt. Good morning.
Someone says, man, the Prime Minister continued his vacation on the day of the Penville 5. Just a reminder. Hello, some people don't see anything wrong with that. Everybody should have their own opinion. Hello, talk to me, yes? Yeah.
Not on my case, boy. You're on my case.
I
I
don't-
don't know somebody on my case, Matt.
I don't know what's going on.
Matt, do you know Skerrit is immortal?
He is? Good.
He cannot die. He cannot seek his wife, his children. Nothing cannot happen to them. I want people to watch from Skerrit's forehead, below his forehead, just above his eyes to below his nose. Forget the mouth and the forehead and the head and everything. Just watch Skerrit above his eyes and just below his nose. That is that Skerrit has two faces, Matt. And all those who don't know, Matt. But you see, Dominica, and it's just who he is. It's in his nature. It's inherent. He cannot change who he is. Matt, I heard about that in ACS. Matt, up to now, Matt.
Well, that's what.
Just live.
Go ahead.
So
Go.
he can just live in his life to destroy people who he cannot use. Everybody he cannot use as his doormat or have them fronting and playing all the dirty games, Matt. Let me just tell the people, both the womb and the tomb are two recycling chambers. Have no fear. Timothy, blessed transition, my beloved brother. And thank you for your contribution to me personally and to Dominica generally. Matt, what is happening in Dominica is frightening. Do you think the Prime Minister hasn't got the influence to postpone his best friend or his good friend funeral, Matt? Don't you think, Matt?
Yes, I think so, yes.
He have the money, he have the influence. But Matt, when you see you have money and influence, everybody making an excuse for you. It's just like a little child that's born, they have dimples, they're smiling, everybody love them. They cannot do no wrong, they burn the thing. Oh, it's not, leave my child alone. He break up, oh, it's not his fault. Everybody making excuses. When the monster now is fully grown, what are they trying to do? Change it? So, Matt, it is so sad to see where we at, my brother. The brother, you remember Mr. Nassif and them, what was his name, Matt?
Which one?
The senior one that passed and carried us out to stick.
The Belfast manager. Oh,
Yes.
Philip Nassif.
Philip Nassif. Matt, the Nassifs and them are so close to the Labour Party and Skerrit and all of that. But I heard Matt, he was not supporting. All of a sudden, he disappeared. He was not there. And that's, as I said, saying where there is a consistent sequence of events, coincidence is absent. For in the laws of coincidence, there is no consistency. The brother is consistent in being ruthless, in being rude, inconsiderate, disrespectful, abusive, lavish, and just continue, man. That brother, there is no redemption, there is no salvation, there is no repentance. He's unrepentant and he's emboldened because he has billions. Blessings, bro.
Blessings to you too. Blessings 4493095. A sad reminder there from our friend General Natty. We all have to go 6 feet. Just a reminder. Dominica is 9:35. This is the hot set. Brother Natty, General Natty, in 2015. One of my favorite songs.
Yo bilye, useme evente. Nanga se robike kupane sise. Sisi wikli si wupam. Meti ubel meti ule. Mene luga upini tukunya. Uye uye, mene isi. Isi. Mene kadabla. Mupatata kuwa jube. Mama papa ukaplewe. Minula la oblige. Udale se fale, ugaji kwale, me power body, sapaka jeve chale. Good morning, Ani bonne, would be back wherever we got play. See which let you up, let you bend and you let. When you look out, we need to put you. For my victory, moon me just say we walk away. Make we go my uble. When connect to class, so that we get away. Since you wish that you go, let you bend and you let.
He did this one at the NCCU Cadets Lipso competition there. Hello, good morning to you. How you doing? Yes?
Yes, Matt.
How are you?
Matt morning again.
Yes, sir.
Matt came up in burial for the day. Now we're going to know the cause of his burial. You know what caused him to his grave. Because we have a leader that's very evil govern this country. I always ask how this man became the leader of Dominic. I just don't understand. No respect for Dominic and going here, there, everywhere. Send Dominic money lavishly, go and come back empty handed. Time come from go and get himself arrested. That's all.
9:39. You cannot escape this one. Hello, yes?
Matt, while we're talking about Skerrit not attending an official funeral, we've got a war about to explode on our doorstep. Matt, don't you think we should start talking to Dominicans about preparation for war? People who have some experience as to what we need to start doing now in case this, what looks like an imminent war with Venezuela, to start preparing for it, Matt? I want people to think about that, man. That's not.
All right, now I'll see. What's the status of this much talked about war? I'll try to get in touch with the UN ambassador, former UN ambassador. It looks like it's getting real there. Hello, talk to me, yes? How you doing?
Good morning, man.
How are you?
I'm good. I just laughing. The reason why Skerrit didn't come to the funeral is like he cannot pay for that funeral. He cannot not he that financing it, and then he cannot buy that soul. Anybody else soul, he would have pay for the funeral and buy that soul, but he can't buy that soul, so he couldn't come to that funeral. Good morning, Matt.
Somebody says the man is immature, unlike the UWG, who named the Mike Douglas Boulevard and the Pierre Charles Secondary School after persons who were on opposite sides to the party. It takes a mature individual like Mr. James and his team to do so. You don't expect that from the boys playing with the toys. The state planned the funeral. Skerritt would have known of both funerals and his travel. He could have planned differently. Remember, man said, I run things in Dominica. Enough said. I guess different people have different opinions, eh? Remember, Mr. Timothy was a self-made businessman who Skerritt he can say he didn't buy that man with his passport. He didn't like the productive people he loves, those who he can buy. 449-3095, 96 and 97. These are the numbers to call. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Good morning, Matt.
My brother, how you doing?
I am good.
Matt,
I want to comment
on
the burial of my brother Julius Timothy.
Okay.
The name used to be boots on the ground. Now with boots in the air. I hang the boots up, I tie them up. Because the Dominican people don't want to stand up for themselves. I alone can stand up for them. Julius stand up because Julius was an example. Julius went in the fire. He came out of it. And when he came out of the fire, he made himself a real man. He go back to the people. He was a man so special that his contribution should never, never be forgotten. It has to be highlighted. But apart from Julius, there was Charles, this guy from Granby.
Pierre Charles?
Pierre Charles. And there was Rosie Douglas, who died a number of years ago. Can you recall how many years it was until the government decided to recognize them as men that contributed?
25 years.
25 years. So my Julius Timothy, people like me not going to hear if this government have to continue under the people that doesn't want to stand up for themselves, when they will say that Julius was a good man. So if it's that we're waiting to hear, it will not be there. But Julius was a genius. We used to call Julius a miracle man because the song you hear doing the impossible was Julius Timothy and Earl Williams. These guys, they would take on any challenge for the people of Dominica. They investigated them for a number of years, Tony Estefan, and then he come back and say, all what I say was just a hoax, like this guy saying in America now, Donald Trump. But Julius, my friend, the priest that gave the harmony, God is not a sleeping God. And our people of Dominica need to understand that God haven't given up on them, God is only giving us the whip that we take to beat ourselves with it. And when we call on God and ask him to hold the whip back, he definitely will, because he's a good God. He's a God that gives and takes. Trust me, Matt, Julius is a man that should be, the Prime Minister should not miss. It should be something. This is Julius leave UWP to go to Labour Party, in order that he could make things better for his people. That was what he said. And that was like the motive. Just look at the World Creole Music Festival. If this man had anything dirty in him, he would have started a negative talk about what was happening. Julius was positive. And these people, this Prime Minister, that is just one that just hop on the back of the horse and he control the horse everywhere good. No bro. Let's go Suki. This Prime Minister is deceiving the people of Dominica, because even for the funeral of Julius Timothy, he should find himself inside there, because that was a scheduled date for a thing, how they call it, they have protocol.
Mm-hmm.
If you have protocol as a prime minister of a country. The man served as the minister of finance. The man served as the deputy leader of a party. This man was the next man in line to be prime minister of Dominica. And you just neglect him and walk over. Dominican people, when you hear me speak, I am not speaking with your authority. I am speaking with the authority of the God above. It's he that have me there talking still. When are you ready to tell God, pardon for what you'll do to all yourselves? The whip will come out on our back. If I'm not there, the ants will bring the news. But Julius was a good man. Boots in the air is now talking. That is, hang up your boots, you don't burst, you know. I just hang them up. If I'm alive and the people decide to stand up, I am there. I'll put my boots in my foot and come. But I don't take no fun time for nobody again. Dominicans too wicked. Bye-bye, Matt, and have a blessed day.
And as a matter of fact, before you fell ill again, he had a conversation with me, you know, and he did reveal that he was the one who actually brought up the idea of the CBI. Now they're praising that they're worshiping the CBI was his idea to the Prime Minister. Remember, he served with the UWP, and he thought it was a big boost. It would be a big boost for the Labour Party. And of course, you heard the Prime Minister saying that some years ago, it was Julius Timothy who gave him the idea, read the CBI, to move forward. Now we're asking the question, if not CBI, then what? Remember, Julius was the finance minister with the UWP that's, of course, continued the program after the Freedom Party. So he was the one who introduced the CBI program to the Prime Minister and the Labour Party. Now, the Labour Party is asking, if not CBI, then what?
Greetings, Matt.
Greetings to you.
Listeners at home and abroad.
Greetings.
Matt, the homily that was preached at Mr. Timothy funeral on Saturday was fantastic. Prince Francis couldn't have said it better, Matt. He couldn't have said it better. Matt Timothy was a good man. And all what he did for people, he did it out of his heart, not for grandizement, Matt. Brother Timothy, may your soul rest in peace. You are dead, but your name will be still alive in those people mouth who you helped and did well to. Rest in peace, Brother Timothy. You was a good man.
The question is, somebody's asking, so why is some that's benefiting, huh?
Morning. Matt, monsieur qui mette moi en politique, Julius Timothy, avait pas ni rien qui cabat ça, avait équipé mette UWP en gouvernement, avait aller ou ça aller n'importe côté de ça, moi qui tout ça, mon handback qui tout ça. Julius Timothy ça, monsieur qui mette moi en politique, avait gic jour du monde dedans, mon pas quitter parti à pièce côté. Sous une obstruction moi en dit temps. Il n'y a pas de ou nager, ou nous nager bien, avec mon nager bien, mon kéo.
Good morning, Matt. On that subject about the non-attendance of the Prime Minister at certain national events or functions, I will tell you something I noticed that some of our leaders, well, in Dominica especially, maybe they are familiar with it and they just don't care, or maybe they are not familiar with it. If you are president of an organization, now you have an entire executive, it doesn't mean that by virtue of you being the president, every opportunity to go and represent the organization, it has to be you. You can delegate your secretary or your vice president. By doing that, you also expose them, to the different aspects of leadership, so that if one day you are no longer the president, you're preparing somebody to take that place for you in the future. So I believe the Prime Minister and other leaders, various ministries, the Minister of Sports doesn't necessarily have to go to every workshop or every overseas conference. The minister can delegate the PS or a deputy or some senior person, senior sports officer to.
Okay. We'll come back.
Minister Taylor.
I believe this is what the Prime Minister and other organizations, the Bay Oil Cooperative, the Farmers Cooperative, Fisheries Cooperative, they can tell that would delegate. All leaders need to delegate responsibilities. I cannot go at the time because I have to attend this. Let us send a secretary to do that, because the secretary should be quite capable of representing the executive and the organization. But like I said, maybe our leaders are aware of that, but maybe out of arrogance, greed, they want everything to be them. They need spotlight every time. You understand? So that is my contribution towards that thing of the Prime Minister's non-appearance at certain things, and then he go to somewhere else or whatever. It doesn't. To me, every time the Prime Minister goes overseas, it doesn't necessarily mean that he should be the person to go. You can send the acting people you have acting Prime Minister. You can send them to some overseas delegation or some duty overseas on your behalf or the behalf of the state, because when you are not there, they're acting as Prime Minister, so they can go out there to represent the office of the Prime Minister.
On the telephone, hello, yes?
Good morning, how are you?
Morning.
Sometimes I hope you don't mind, but I listen with keen interest on certain things, and I think sometimes there's a need to provide some maybe information and clarification for the sake of the Dominican public.
Uh-huh.
I always believe the media is about information, education, and entertainment. So, sometimes there's information, but there needs to be education. So, allow me to just respond to a few things.
Okay.
Based on the funeral, based on the naming of the streets, and based on precedents and protocol as it ought to obtain. Okay?
Go ahead.
First and foremost, allow me to talk about the naming of the streets. I heard you call for the naming of the streets for Julius Timothy, but Matt, let me just say as an umbrella statement, an arch statement, that there have been many calls for many streets in Dominica to be named after key persons in Dominica. I think that should be done in a proper strategic way, whereby the government, for instance, can put, because there is National Emblems Committee, first and foremost. I don't know when last they have met. I don't know who is the chairman now. The last chairman I knew was Mr. Raymond Lawrence, and there were other people, representatives from various ministries. I think former Jennifer White, former the clerk of the House of Assembly, etc., was part of that. I think there was an education officer. I was certainly part of it at some point. And I think Mrs. What's her name? Jacinta Banis once was chairperson of that Emblems Committee. So there's a National Emblems Committee that exists to take care of the matters like that. Okay? And I think all that has to happen is they need to meet they need to look at the different streets and the different places in Dominica and make recommendations, do a survey and make recommendations and even ask the population, maybe go on the radio, put out a survey, issue a statement. The cabinet secretary can through cabinet can send out an SRNO to give them the mandate to based on cabinet's decision. So cabinet can take a decision, and then SRNO can be sent out to the National Elements Committee to begin the process of naming places around Dominica. Okay, and Matt, let me just say, I'm not sure if Dominicans are aware that Goodwill and Federation Drive are streets that were named after prominent Dominicans. So I heard someone call and say we need to take out Greens Lane. Greens Lane was named after Dr. Green, okay? And if you look at it, all the names are Greens Lane, McIntyre Lane, Libla Lane, all those streets around Roseau were named after prominent Dominicans during the time of Mr. Edward Oliver Libla, to ensure that prominent Dominicans who had gone overseas to study and came back. So we have Winston Lane, we have Didier Lane after a former minister. And importantly, Matt, there is already a street there's Jolly's name named after Father Clement Jolly. And importantly, Matt, there is a street, a lane in Goodwill, Felix Lane, just behind Esmat, that has been named after Cardinal Felix, Father Felix, long ago. So when the government said, or the Prime Minister said that they were going to name a street after Cardinal Felix, I asked myself, what nonsense is that? And they are aware that there is already a street in Goodwill behind Esmat named Felix Lane. So Felix Lane is already named after Cardinal Felix, okay? And so we have all those streets there. Benjamin Lane, named after Dr. Benjamin. So we go up and we have all those streets in Goodwill from the bottom of Federation Drive going all the way up to Center Roma that were named after the first and prominent civil servants. We have Bully's Gap, which was named after Mr. John Bully, who one time served as administrator in St. Lucia and was the uncle of Alwyn Bully. So we have names in Domin, we have names in Dom, but I still think that there's a need to revisit certain streets in Dominica, Great Judge Street, Great Marlborough Street, King George V Street, Victoria Street, and all those things, and name them after prominent Dominicans. That is the purview of it. There are several Dominicans who, to my mind, deserve to have places named after them. The UWP started that under their reign. They had the Jones Beaupierre Primary School, the W.S. Stevens Primary School, the Michael Douglas Boulevard. These were decisions by cabinet which were put within the purview of the respective government department to ensure that those things were carried out inter alia, working along that. So is that okay, Matt? Is that okay? Is that clear to you and how it should be done?
Very clear, very clear. Go ahead.
Right. Secondly, Matt, I must of interest observe the funeral of Mr. Julius Timothy, because I looked on, and I would like to say I was kind of surprising and disappointed at the level of things. Now, there are two ranks of funerals in Dominica. There's a state funeral and there's an official funeral. A state funeral is given to a former president or a sitting government minister or president who dies in office. So it means, therefore, it's designated as a state funeral because they have died while serving the state, while serving the country. So the state affords them a state funeral designated as state funeral in recognition of the fact that they would have died in office. That is also extended to former presidents because the president is the head of state and the president embodies the symbols of state. The second thing is an official funeral that is given to former government ministers and other officials and key persons who government will decide from time to time, because of their contribution to the country, to afford them an official funeral. So we had Irving Shillingford, for instance. We had Alwyn Bully, for instance. And there are other Dominicans who have been afforded official funerals because of their prominence and their contribution to Dominica. Okay, so that's what we have to understand. Julius Timothy did not die in office, and so he was afforded an official funeral by the government of Dominica. Now, when there is an official funeral, because I heard somebody talking about delegation, etc., 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 when there is an official funeral, it is the decision of cabinet to afford that person the rights, the privileges, and the benefits of being recognized by the country for their contribution to the country in whatever official capacity they may have held. And so it is incumbent on the head of state, the head of government, the head of the House of Assembly, the judiciary, in other words, the three pillars of government, the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature, to make themselves present to afford that person the due respect and tribute and regard that government has decided to afford them. So the president has to be there, the prime minister has to be there, the speaker of the House of Assembly has to be there, former presidents and prime ministers have to be there, and every single government minister, parliamentary secretary, permanent secretary, and heads of divisions and departments are expected to be at that funeral. I don't think it's an option because it is a decision of cabinet. When cabinet so directs, it is important that all those who serve the state need to follow suit. And that is the disappointing thing about the funeral on Saturday. And I think we have reached the stage in Dominica where there are certain government officials who think it optional to give due regard to matters of state and their official duties as representatives of the people. Julius Timothy was a former finance minister, which preceded the current prime minister we have now, called Roosevelt Skerrit. Julius Timothy was a health minister, which preceded the current health minister, which we have now. Julius Timothy, under his reign as Minister of Finance, instituted the World Creole Music Festival, to which people like the current Minister of Tourism benefits from, i.e. Mrs. Dennis Charles Pemberton. It would have been incumbent on these people to attend the funeral of Mr. Julius Timothy to ensure that he receives the due tribute and regard and recognition for his service to state. It was a sorrow sight of disappointment to see that so many representatives of government, i.e. government ministers, the prime minister was absent as the head of cabinet, in which Mr. Julius Timothy served twice. Okay? The heads of divisions, I saw the cabinet secretary, I didn't see many other permanent secretaries. These people think it's optional. And it is becoming a common practice where these people think that they can choose to go to which of those activities and functions that they have to go. I don't even see them going to the opening of independence celebrations, but all of them bringing their bank passe to when it comes to Creole Festival. Free ticket for whoever will may come. If the Prime Minister is somewhere, you see all of them present. And most times it is the responsibility of the head of cabinet, who is the Prime Minister, with the directive to the cabinet secretary to instruct government ministers that they must attend the funeral of a former sitting government minister who is being buried and laid to rest, because the country is affording them the official recognition of an official funeral. And if people don't understand the term, what it means to be official, it means therefore that the various departments, divisions, and ministries need to be present to represent their respective ministries. So the Minister of Health should be there to represent them. The Minister of Agriculture, the Minister of Social Services, the Minister of Tourism should be there to represent the various ministries at that official funeral, because it is an official government function. But the other thing I found very lacking at that funeral is the folding of the flag. Matt, I looked at the policemen folding the national flag, and it was not done in the ceremonial way or in the process. And I said to myself, what is happening in Dominica today? Nobody seems to be doing anything that is proper when it comes to matters of protocol or dictates and directives of the state. I saw ministers entering without being ushered. I saw there was a lot of shuffling. There was little dignity and solemnity at that funeral on Saturday to bring it to the standards of an official funeral. It means, therefore, that the people in the protocol department of the Prime Minister's office need to beef up their observations and their methodologies in their functions and what they do. Okay? And that is my advice to them. Things in Dominica are becoming too wishy-washy, too vai-ki-vai, and to anyhow whoever wash your foot and come. And I'm not going to be too critical of Her Excellency, but I'm not sure if Her Excellency is aware that at functions like that she has to wear a hat, because of the fact that a hat symbolizes many things, and somebody needs to advise her of that. And even so, because Matt, there are dress codes, there are protocols, and there are right etiquettes for those things, and those things seem to be going out of the door. We're just naming things as they are, and we're just moving on. Lastly, Matt, allow me to also make an observation, because fear is right. I, too, was disappointed in the representative of the United Workers' Party collective body at that funeral. I might be the only one to say. I might be taken to task for it. But Mr. Julius Timothy was also a member of the United Workers' Party. I asked myself, where were the other candidates from the other? Maybe they were in the audience, but I did not see them. They were in the congregation, but I did not see them. I looked for the entire executive of the United Workers' Party. I did not see them. I looked for certain people of the United Workers' Party. I did not see them. And I feel that best as we can criticize the government and the ministers, I think out of gratitude, out of recognition, and out of collective support, because the man gave his time, money, and everything to the United Workers' Party, there needed to have been a more prominent presence of the United Workers' Party representatives at that funeral. Give Jack his jacket, give Jacqueline her lipstick. It goes both ways. The government should be present. And so people in Dominica, in general, have to recognize that there are times we have to step forward and recognize people for what they have done and express our gratitude to people for what they have done and what they have given to various sectors in Dominica. That needs to be done by all means. And so I would dare say, without much ado, that I have been to many funerals in Dominica of people who have contributed to church, to community, to society, and their funerals have been basically lacking in attendance and participation. So in general, I think we have cultural elders, we have people who have contributed, and the church is basically empty. Okay, I remember the funeral of Mr. Roll, the former chief scout. If the scouts were not there, a man who served the Goodwill Parish for years, the funeral was basically empty, and I have seen it. So that is the three things I wish to say. One, we need to have a more structured, reflective, collective approach to naming streets and buildings in Dominica. It can't be vai. We need to have a better understanding of the expectations of people, representatives in government and people of state. And also, we need to be more mindful as a people, as a collective, to be able to give our due regards and tribute to people when it is necessary to be done.
Here's my challenge to you, Simeon. If you offer the challenge there to train the protocol officers, would you offer to accept that?
Matt, I don't have to be called upon to do it because they can do it. They are given the offices, they have their job descriptions, they are the necessary book symbols of nationhood. They are not regulations or laws, but they are all the guidelines regarding protocol, and everything is set out. Give credit to Mr. Julian Johnson and Mr. Shaw and Mr. Signoret. Mr. Clancy Signoret wrote in detail a booklet for everybody called Symbols of Nationhood. That's what I was trained under him, under Mr. Shaw. I had training.
Well, it's clear, Simeon, as you indicated earlier, that they don't follow in protocol. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I'm not sure, but it just means that people have to take more seriously what they do. They have to do research and inquire as to how to do things well, to know what are the expectations and the requirements, and do it well. Because, Matt, when they have to do it well, they do it well, you know that? When they want to do it well, they do it well. But we have reached a stage in Dominica where because it's who or because it's this person or because it's that person, we can just brush it aside. Let me tell you, Matt, I was involved in the funeral planning of Patrick John, and if I have to go on the radio and tell you all the details, we'd be there until 12 o'clock today. I have just told Desiree John and myself, let us put that to rest. Because if I were to tell you the behind the scenes machinations and mechanisms that go into all kind of twisted where the very same things were done for other people. So when they want to do it for who they want, they're doing it well.
All right.
You understand what I'm telling you?
I understand.
And they're paying close attention and due attention to it. It cannot. That's why I say it cannot be approached vai. It cannot be ad hoc. We have to learn to do things properly. We have to learn to follow the protocol and the etiquette, no matter who it is, where it is, when it is, for whoever it is, because we have those things in place for us to do what we want. It just boils down to the fact that, I'm sorry to say it, we have a government who don't even understand why they're in government, what is governance, and how to govern. And so everything is just going by the wayside.
All right, Simeon Joseph. It's Education 101, huh? Always doing a good job with that aspect of things, huh?
From the cradle to the grave, you don't have to be no slave. You need a love you want to say. You will come and visit us today. With a commitment to quality. Therefore you and me was one the family, but now with the community. Making life easy, like anything. No matter who you are, you can benefit. When you bring your mortgage
with rates as low as 5% and loans for all your needs.
Open an MRA.
Save for your golden years and take advantage of our savings product.
We will finance your business.
Checking accounts, small business loans, wire transfers, and so much more.
You all the way.
Wow. Your community financial partner.
NCTU.
Looking for flavor that blasts your taste buds? Welcome to Blast Bistro, Dominica's rooftop gem, perched above the Dominican National Lottery office. Sink your teeth into our famous Blast Burger. Savor our wings with signature sauces and sip in style with handcrafted cocktails that are bold and refreshing. Whether it's a night out or a celebration, we've got the view, the food, and the fun. Open daily from 5 p.m. Contact us at 275-4041. Blast Bistro. Good food, good vibes.
Wait, why is she going into that spooky house? Who's that creepy old guy? Where are her friends? Why is she going in the basement? Nothing good is down there, sis. I bet you the creepy caretaker did it. Did you see his fake eye? Okay, maybe not the caretaker.
Hush.
You hush. I'm solving a mystery.
We're like the person who doesn't ruin the movie. CG United Insurance. Good like that.
Hardware and home improvement, building supplies for you, kitchen appliances, even home decor too. Lumber, lawn, all your garden supplies, plumbing, welding, electrical supplies.
Visit Do It Center at the former J. Nassif Hardware location on Goodwill Road. Call us at 255-6890.
Do it Center.
Honey, did you get the glow spread and mellow cream?
A little help with the bags would be nice.
Shortly, but I need the glow spread to finish the icing for Christine's birthday cake and mellow cream to add to the soup and gravy.
No.
No?
No, I didn't get just one. I got two of each.
Aw, honey, that's just why I married you.
Spread the love with Mellow Cream and Glow Spread. They're vegan-friendly, lactose, and gluten-free. Found in all leading supermarkets nationwide.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods, Inc.
I guess so some lessons to learn with protocol, according to Mr. Simeon Joseph, who seems to understand this. So there should be a review, because people are looking and watching very, very closely. I was wondering what's up with the folding of the flag. Somebody says it wasn't being done correctly at all. Let's go back to the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Matt, good morning. Good morning, Matt. Good morning to Dominica.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
Good, Matt. Matt, as you know, Timothy was a true patriot.
Yes, he was.
a true friend, a father, everything. Timothy was just somebody who cared for people. Timothy lived a fearless life. He lived a life for people. But I've never heard somebody trying to bring Timothy down per se, you know.
Oh.
You may hear somebody saying Timothy, you know, he was soft or whatever, you know. But Matt, I attended his funeral. I didn't go right into the cemetery. But you saw me there. We spoke there. But it was a very, very nice funeral, Matt. You could see that the people who were there, they were mourning his death. You know, some people go to funeral and they don't even know who died. You know? Because of him. But you could see Timothy, the people were connected. Like you could see they were mourning his death. And it was a nice vibe. It was a family thing. I saw the opposition there in full force.
Yes,
you know?
they were.
And I was very, very impressed with that, Matt. Matt, but Timothy, on a whole, Matt, as you know, Timothy had was with people. Timothy moved to the other side, but came back. And he jumped out when he felt like, you know, things wasn't happening. And I was one of the people who called for Timothy to be back. You know, remember when I called for people like Joseph Isaac, tap them back, bring Joshua Francis, Julius Timothy. You remember that, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
I continue to call for that. Matt and Timothy, wherever he's watching us, I think we need to send a clear message to him. But you know, history must not repeat itself. The so-called kingmakers, Matt, that we must use it to put Dominica, use the life and death of Julius Timothy to put Dominica back on track. The bigger picture, Matt. Not just to put UWB back on track, but to put Dominica back on track, Matt. But you know, we have some so-called kingmakers, fake kingmakers. We must send a clear message this time around. That wherever Timothy is looking down on us, to show him that we're going to do it for you, bro. And we're going to be true to Dominica. You know? And put Dominica first in whatever we're doing. To make patriots like Julius Timothy feel happy. You know? Because as far as I'm concerned, Matt, Timothy did no wrong in his past time with UWP. Because nobody is going to be in an institution and be undermined and not feel away and, you know, take certain action. Now it's not a time for politics, Matt. But I'm calling on the Dominican people, the entire opposition in the country, to do it for Timothy. Because he was prepared to come back and work. But you must be aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting ready to come back to work. We had several conversations. And I want to send a clear message to Dominicans, all the opposition parties. Let's do it for Julius Timothy. He was pushed to his grave, man. When a state can use your resources and refuse to pay you, you know, after his life was a life of service to country. You know? So I want to just say, extend my sympathy again to his family, man. And I want to urge Dominicans to support the family of Julius Timothy. Support their business, support SPF, 7-Eleven, man. Because Timothy has sacrificed a lot, man, of his resources for this country. There were little hiccups here and there, but let's all go and give his sons the utmost support that we can give them, man. And he's not there. He supported all of us. And we must give them the support they deserve.
What about comments that the Prime Minister was not there at the funeral? What do you think?
Well, Matt, you know, I saw you and I saw the Prime Minister at the opening of our friend's hotel.
Yes, Oasis.
So
Yes.
I cannot see what could have been so important, what was happening, that the Prime Minister could not stay for the funeral of Julius Timothy.
I was told that I saw pictures of him being in Vegas at one of his good best friends in Vegas.
You know, again, his personality before country. See, you could still be both places if you want to, because he has the power to be both places. He could move with his entourage. He could move very quickly. There's no traffic for him. He could fly for a helicopter. He could do anything he wants. But I'm saying, Matt, the same Timothy, he got to come on his side. He could at least show some respect, show some courtesy, and be there for Julius Timothy. That's my contribution, man.
Thank you again, Mr. Hillary Schillingford. I always say it as is. Let's take a break. We'll come right back. This is Q95.
You hear the news yet? I heard Digicel got a wicked bundle to set you up. Get home internet and postpaid for just $185 a month. That's fast connection, plenty data, and no worries. And guess what? When you sign up, you get a free smartphone just like that. So don't stay. Run into a Digicel store or check out an agent now. Terms and conditions apply. Digicel. Better together, better connected, always.
Dominica stage is set on Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. We honor the artists, musicians, producers, writers, and cultural icons who carry the sound of our nation. Welcome to the Dominica Music Awards, developing Dominica's music industry, a celebration of our musicians, a night of live performances, red carpet glamour, special tributes, and awards across every genre: Booyaka, dance, calypso, reggae, gospel, souk, soca, and more. This is the platform that elevates our talent, showcases our creativity, and supports the growth of a modern Dominican music industry. From the studio to the stage, and from Dominica to the world. Follow Creole Headmeet in the Dominica Music Awards online for voting, ticket information, and official updates at www.creoleheadmeet.com/Dominica Music Awards. Platinum Partners Q95 FM, the big station.
All right, Dominica, police, take note. A lot of people disappointed about the way you folded the flag there at the funeral service there of the late Timothy. You're seeing police, the authorities take note. People are observing that you did not fold that flag properly, and your police officers need some training. Just a note, It's just constructive criticism. If you did not do it well, learn to do it well, okay? People who know better say, no, you guys did not do a good job at folding that flag. Hello, talk to me. Protocol again. Yes.
Not to make a long story short,
Tell me.
Roosevelt Skerrit is just an ungrateful man, and that is it. Thank you.
Again, I'm not no protocol officer. But just a note, you can have some constructive criticism sometimes. It doesn't always have to be negative. But if you see something has to be corrected, you speak out, and those in authority, I'm sure, will or might pay attention. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yes, Matt. Matt, good morning to you.
Morning to you.
A true body name me, I just get up there.
Okay.
And just give me a little break with respect to you. I begging you, please, because Mr. Shillingford said something there, and I agree with him. All what he said, I give him 100%. I include him in the wise man from North, East, South, West, Honorable Mr. Hillary Shillingford. Yes, the Honorable Sir, right, Simeon Joseph, North, South, East, West, Matt, I learned a lot this morning from the Honorable Sir Simeon Joseph. Number one, the flag. When I was 6 years old, I was a brownie. When I was 12, I was a guide. When I was 15, I was a ranger. And Simeon knows all about the flag together with me because we are taught how to wrap the flag when it's a funeral, how to drill when it's a dead match. And when it's a funeral, the dead match, he was a cub, a scout, and he could be a leader. We knows all about that from young, right? Then you said about the training, Matt. The police and them need good training when come about the flag, to wrap the flag. You used to have a flag by the fire service. That flag not supposed to touch the ground. You supposed, when it's 6 in the morning, put it up 6, take it up. It's not supposed to touch the ground. Okay, the naming of the streets, I used to wonder who in charge of naming on the streets, and I was educated by the wise man, Mr. Simeon Joseph. He talked about Raymond and some other group. Imagine that. I was going to say, I always say, change Green's name and put it on Billy Doctor Lane. But when Simeon talk about Mr. Green, I say, leave Green's Lane how it is, McIntyre Lane, Felix Lane, all these things. He say it have a meaning to it. And the lane, I always say that they should change. King George the Fifth Street, in the name of Alwyn Bully Street, Great Marlborough Street, in the name of Patrick Roland John Street, Great George Street, in the name of Jolly Pharmacy Street, and Kennedy Avenue, in the name of Bernice and Ernica Avenue, right street. And I would go on, and all what Simeon said, Matt, it is true. Hillsborough Street, like they're supposed to change that in Raymond Lawrence Street, Stever Street, in the name of Hartley Adams Street, or Morrow Street, George Morrow, and whatever it is. So, Julius Timothy, as people say, was a good man. He risked his life. And as the guy from Grand Bay Handbag say, Matt Timothy that put my whole family in workers under Edison James. My mother was a laborite under Patrick John. I was a young person. But Timothy put all of us under Edison James. When Edison James swarmed the full with the sunrise and the sunset, I decide I not in no party again.
We've got to take you out on that note, Marlon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sunset and sunrise. I like that analogy there from from Marlene. Boom, Detouche. My good lollipop. Good morning to you. Have a great morning, okay, Marlene? Someone says, when the police are recruited by who they support, learning protocol is not on their agenda. Let's go back to the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yeah, Matt, if I get caught up, I do call him back. But you remember, I'm not a man of protocol. I don't like protocol. You remember that, Matt?
You don't like protocol? I didn't know that. Did you?
Kerry said that. Kerry said he's not a man of protocol. He said it on the record, Matt.
Okay. I didn't remember that.
A few months ago, you forget that already, my partner?
But there are so many things to remember. I don't know if I remember that.
Let me excuse you, but that's what he said on the record, Matt. I don't make up stories.
All right.
You remember the no law, no constitution?
I remember that, yes.
All the lawyers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go to hell. It's not your damn business. Where they get money, they get money. Go to hell, go to hell. You know, like you're afraid in your ass, true pool, and all kind of things. That is a prime gatewas. You remember you refer to Skek to Spark John as a gatewas, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just throwing it back in his face. I'm not trying to be disrespectful unnecessarily. I am just saying, Matt, a lot of us in Dominica are too much like Scary Matt. We are quite vindictive for trivialities. We love vengeance for little stupidness, Matt. My vengeance is when you touch my person, Matt. From little, I will mark you for months to hit you back. If it take a year, but I have to hit you back. At the right place, at the right time, so when I hit you, you don't know it's me that hit you. Because I know I'm vulnerable, I was alone. All alone in the world. That's how I was, Matt. But a lot of us, we go hating each other. We do not let go of each other. But the Chinese are here kicking us like dogs. Not literally, Matt. Not literally. When I say kicking, You listen to the Chinese ambassador on all what the contradiction about airport and everything else, and we say it's CBI.
Oh, blessing. So something went wrong with your phone. You have to monitor that phone, but you keep cutting off there. Sorry about that, sir. We're gonna take a break. We'll come back. Okay, we're gonna come back after this. Yes.
It's Kaiso. Yes, the Calypso season is upon us. Saturday, December 13, 2025 at the factory, Valley Road, only $20. 8 o'clock, sitting only $30. Come here, the beginning of the season, and make sure you're there till the end. Many Calypsonians will be competing. Only 12 gladiators will make it. The grand eliminations for the 2026 Calypso season, Saturday, 13 December 2025. Remember, 8 o'clock at the factory. Come here, the funny songs, the serious songs, political songs, everything. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your dog, and come. Kaiso.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums. Belfast Estate Limited, over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Thomas Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Just received Able Farm evaporated milk, delicious and nutritious, rich and creamy, perfect for all uses, for drinking, for tea, coffee, cocoa, punches, juices, cooking, baking, ice pops, and ice cream, and everything else. Prices start as low as $1.55 per can. Able Farm evaporated milk. Available in 2 varieties, each in 2 sizes of cans. Able Farm evaporated milk. Available wholesale and retail at Esar Trading Limited. That means nice, boy. Esar Trading Limited, making a difference for you.
Milky milk, milky milk, milky milky milk.
Auto Trade is introducing our very own mobile app. Yes, the Auto Trade app is here. From scheduling your service appointments, request financing, checking our vehicle and parts inventory, to receiving personalized coupons and sales specials. Life is so much easier with the new Auto Trade app. Download the Auto Trade app from the Play Store or App Store today. Call us at 255-6800. Auto Trade. It's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Big news, Dominica! DeWitt Center is now even closer to you with the opening of DeWitt Center Express, conveniently located on Cork Street, right next to Fresh Market. Get all your home improvement essentials fast with everything from tools and paints to home decor and more. Plus, enjoy the same great service you know and trust. Now, just a quick stop in the city. Visit us today at DeWitt Center Express, your partner in home improvement, now closer than ever.
'Cause I'm on my way.
KFC delivery is here. Just place your order at www.kfcdominica.com, Facebook or WhatsApp 614-2633 and your order will be delivered to you. KFC, it's good.
'Cause I'm on my way.
And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. Carry, we offer the finest selection of products that cater to your every need, from groceries to household essentials. Our shelves are stocked with quality items that are sure to impress. And guess what? We're not just great for wholesale. We're also your go-to place for all your food service needs. Located right opposite the Immigration Department on King George V Street in Roseau, we take pride in providing you with an unforgettable shopping experience.
friends. Our friendly staff is here to assist you in each and every step of the way. Ready to place an order or have a question? Call us at 316-0184 or 255-6823. And carry, cash and carry, and carry, cash and carry. We can wait for a while.
Come by cause I make you smile. Cause Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at cost. Yeah, it's back. Cause Black Friday. I tell you how we pass traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. Furniture, electronics and appliances. Are you coming? Yeah. Weekly prices. And best deals of the season. Shop and great to it. And when you forget to next year, January. Look at them come down to go. What's ready low? What's ready low?
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill. And win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
Let's continue. It's 23 minutes to the hour of 11 o'clock this morning. Let's do this and come back.
Matt,
Yeah.
good morning. Happy Monday to you
To you too.
and to my fellow Dominicans. And Matt, I'm listening to the conversation, just really tuned in though. And you know, I listened to some of what Simeon said, and even Mr. Shillingford just calling and talking about, you know, the Prime Minister wasn't at the funeral of Timothy, Mr. Timothy, I must say. And this is what it's about. You know, you see the people, there are some people that they pay for their funerals and they are at the funeral. You know, people who really haven't contributed, make any significant contributions, but the Prime Minister's name was in the death announcement as a result of he paying for the funeral. And the Prime Minister and his wife and the President, everybody's there at that funeral. But Mr. Timothy, he couldn't be there, you know? And this is where I said that Dominicans, my fellow Dominicans, you must stop allowing Roosevelt Skerrit to use you as scaffolding, to use you to climb higher and higher. And when he gets up there, he has no use for you anymore. We are seeing it every day. The Dominican people, my fellow Dominicans, that allow yourself to be bought by Roosevelt Skerrit, who now goes around and giving you a passport so you could get to go to reconfirm and do all kind of a nonsense. It's only using you to stay in power. But does he really care about you? He does not care about you. Because if Roosevelt Skerrit and his government cared about you, he would be doing everything he can for Dominica. In that way, everybody would benefit. Not just you, but your fellow citizens, but your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your father, your children, your grandchildren would benefit because he is taking care of Dominica. He's governing right. But this guy is only there to use you as scaffolding. That's what he's doing. That's what they're all doing. That is just the MO of people who want to stay in power, you know? And, you know, it's just a shame and it's a mess. And I don't get people. If you have a heart Whether you support this person supported you or not, but contributed to the country, why not be present when he is no more to go give your last respects? That's what you do as a human being. That's what you do. I'm just saying, Matt, this morning, have a great day, everybody. It's Monday. Let's get it right. Let's get it tight.
Let's have a productive week this week. Uh-oh, I don't know what's going on. What's going on a week now and I can't get your program. I'm sorry, Magdalena. I'm sorry. Try another app, huh? Try liveonlineradio.net or myradio.com. Google Play Store, search for Q95 FM radio, then press play. Or go to Q95 or IceQFM DA at gmail.com. Connect that way. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Matt, give me a little break.
I just did, Marlon. I just gave you a break. You're asking for.
One thing I want to say, Matt.
Go ahead,
Matt,
go ahead.
One thing. Respect. I hear Simeon talking about the president, about the hat. As he said that, it's true. Matt, in the House of Assembly, she wearing a hat, right? And then when come for the funeral, you don't wear a hat. Is respect, Matt. And they sing, and the street, Cock Street, everything to Karam Street. Peter Karam! Boom, my gun.
A name to be Cock Street, name it to Peter Karam Street. Peter boy. Marlon for you. On the telephone, yes, that's 449-3095-96 and 97. You got 18 more minutes. 18 more minutes. Let's try. Somebody lost some documents on the bus, including my passport, or his passport. Let's see. Let's hear that message there.
But the bus picked me up at Meru. It was a white GL, Toyota GL, I believe, as I recall, a white Toyota GL, and it picked me up Meru. So it came from further Meru, but I'm not sure the bus. I can only recognize the driver by his face, and yeah, I just really need my documents back. I'll give a cash reward once I get it.
All right, so
the thing is, I go in for a hard time. I just check I collect a little money and come to organize my passport for me to try and do something. And I just seen today I come in as they come and make the person sign the official sign the documents and everything. I come to get my stamp.
Yes.
And look, I left the thing on the bus. I have off the bus and I realized I don't have it. Look like it was done go already. So I'd like your assistance in trying to find it, because honestly I tell you I just
all right.
I'm real messed up right now.
Okay. We understand your frustration. He lost his passport and some documents there on the bus on the West Coast. Pick it up in Meru. If you happen to have gotten that passport, somebody knows or you know who may have, please call 617-1926, okay? This young man lost his application for passport, looking for his passport. So 617-1926. Or give me a call here at Q95 if you found that passport. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt.
Yes, ma'am.
And another little note.
Tell me.
I noticed you wanted to lie down on one of the presidential bed.
Presidential bed.
I watch you well.
What bed was that?
In the hotel.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. No, I wasn't offered a bed there. I wasn't offered. I will like. I hope to, right? Lucille, you pay the cost, huh? It's almost $300 a night at the presidential suite. About what? 700-800 US. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
Hello, Mark.
How are you?
I'm Dave. Following up on what Simeon said about protocol, and as a public servant for 40 years, I always like to give my little, what I know, my information, I always like to share. So all what Simeon just said is, for example, Mark, in foreign affairs, you have people like, everything is laid out. First of all, Mark, everything is laid out for you, eh? You have that written down for you. We have people like Judith Pestina, Mrs. Akka, Mina, Andrew, and so on, and other people in protocol. Now, there are rules about the national flag, right? Now, invitation to the president to functions. As we were told, not all little function you have, you invite the president. There's certain functions you invite him or two. Sitting arrangements, there's protocol, where you sit, who sits here, who sits over there, who sits there. And when they put you to sit down, you cannot say, no, I'm not going, because you have to sit somewhere else, you understand? Even ushers, Matt, you were told, like, if to say the president is attending a function, you have ushers, you have parliamentarians, dignitaries and so to come. Now you're ushering people. If you come late after the president and you're a minister, you come late, you have to find your way, Matt. We were told we're not supposed to usher you because you're late, you're supposed to be there on time. So all these little things, all these things are laid out for you. So I say I just wanted to, even how to address an invitation. All that you told, how to address an invitation.
Well, again, it's time to go back to the drawing board and teach a lot of the protocol officers what to do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all these things are laid out for you, So it's there for you to follow. So I said, let me just strip that,
Thank you. Always welcome. Somebody's asking, they need to know how to fold the flag. Of course, it's obvious. They should know.
Good afternoon. Even on my cell where at home, trying to play on simple radio, I can get the music alone on some other station.
Well, sorry. A lot of people have been experiencing this, huh? Experiencing this, yeah. Something is definitely wrong. Hello, talk to me, yes. Oh,
Matt, good morning again.
How are you, sir? How are you?
Matt, just on the sideway. They have changed from protocol officers to political officers.
Really?
So that's what the problem. Matt, listen here.
Talk to
me. It seems like we have dedicated this Monday to the memory of a man who's dead.
Yes.
And all the sentiments that when he was alive, we never heard them, most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, some of those sentiments are laced with so much of hypocrisy that they will cause his coffin to decay, to rotten even quicker.
Mm-hmm.
I want to suggest something, Matt.
Tell me.
Since on Mondays, you have the most free time.
Mm-hmm.
Let us dedicate Mondays to Heroes' Time so people can give people their flowers while they are alive.
Mm-hmm.
And let us begin next week Monday with one of the other great men from Roseau area, Norris Prevost.
You want to give Norris Prevost some time?
Yeah, every Monday, let us dedicate Monday to one person who says a Heroes Day. So the people and them will give the flower, the man his flowers while he's alive, man or woman.
All right. It has to be. It has also to be, if you want to be fair, on the government side as well, huh?
Yes, Matt. I have no problem with that.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying.
No problem with that. Let us give people their flowers, because we seem to be canonizing people when they're dead, sending them into heaven one time with our sentiments. But when they're alive, we do not know them. I saw some time ago when some Chinese accosted Suki.
Uh-huh.
And people were standing there rather than coming to Suki's aid. Some of them were taking video. Suki, who has given his life for Dominica. Right? Then those who were standing there should have jumped on the Chinese and leave them and throw them overboard in the sea.
No, we don't support that kind of violence. No, we don't.
No, that's not violence, man. It's just teaching them to swim.
I brought up a great suggestion, great suggestion.
Yes.
Something we can take up. Thank you very much. Thank you. And a Heroes Day. Any ordinary person, of course, that you feel making a contribution, maybe we'll take it up sometime in the near future, okay? Hello, talk to me. Yes? Are you there, caller?
Point taken. I agree with the last caller. Norris Prevost did a lot for people all year in, year out. He feeding the vagrant, the less fortunate, his wife and his children. First man on board is Norris Prevost. And don't forget Marcel.
All right, Marlon. No. Actually, I was passing through yesterday afternoon, sometime about after 1, 2 o'clock. And I was amazed to see so many people every Sunday, every Sunday. Is given a meal by Norris. Although not the pal rep, but continues in that vein, feeding the less fortunate in our city. Norris Prevost and your wife take a bow. That's some great work there. Hello, let's take a call and we'll wrap it up with some Christmas music this morning. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Yes, Matt, I am there.
Okay.
I'm just glad that you highlighted the fact that Norris will continue to do what he's doing for the less fortunate in Roseau.
You're so right. I paused for a while. I was like, what? This thing continues even after politics?
You paused for a while. I have this. This has been going on for over 20 years now.
That's amazing.
He was in politics when he was doing it. Out of politics, he continued to do it. Now, let me tell you, there are labor rights in Roseau. At one time, you know what their criticism was? He giving them rights without chicken. They used to say all kinds of stuff. Let me tell you what I'm seeing today. I'm seeing people that were productive people 20 years ago, working people. Today, I'm seeing them lining up for food on Sundays. You know where I live, so you know that I'm in close proximity to that. All right? I can tell you more. I know people that doing it and they feel so ashamed of what they have become. They go there with a KFC plastic bag. Let me look like it's KFC they come and buy. Listen to me.
Right here.
This is the reality. Now, some of these people, he does that on a Sunday. Some of these same people in the dead of night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, after 11, they end up in the green bin looking for food at night on a weekday. They are hungry. And I'm not telling you that because people tell me that. I am seeing that. One of those mornings, Thursday morning to be exact, Wednesday, Thursday, I heard this big bang. I thought it was some transfer that hit the green bin outside by Discover Dominica. When I reached a guy who actually uncovered, I know the guy seen him, he uncovered the bin and he's digging. And I tell him, oh, you can't put out the rubbish like that. He told me, my brother, oh, man, no. He said, Father, hungry. He cried, hungry. There was a packet of crackers that didn't open yet. You know, in the packet of crackers, it has 3 packages in it.
True.
I took one, I sent for the guy. The guy asked me if I have anything to drink. I tell him, no, all I have is that I can give you. And maybe a piece of cheese or something from the fridge. And that was a guy that was truly hungry when he sat down on the NBFD and he ate that. After 2 in the morning, that is it. Bro, these are the realities that we're facing. So when you say you want to give kudos to Mr. Prevost for what he continues to do, he's doing it out of his genuine heart and concern for people. That's not a politician that's looking for votes. He's out of that realm and he still continues to feed people. And some of the people that he's feeding today was criticizing back then 20 years ago what he was doing. And today, they fall in that same line, getting fed by the same Norris Prevost. Norris Prevost and your wife and your family, God bless your heart. And God will continue to give you more than you have. Have a good day.
Have a good day, yes. I just passed it yesterday. I was like, wow, this continues. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Long live Give Norris Prevost. God bless him. His reward is in heaven waiting for him. Give a man his flower when he alive, not when he dead. He's leading red, blue, green, orange, all kind of a color. There's weeks, months, yes. Long live Norris Prevost.
All right, Martin. Are you the caller?
Yes, me again.
Yes.
Most importantly, when you watch Mr. Prevost, the level of humility in that man, when that man walk in the streets, he's not a person that boastful about nothing or saying what he's doing. He just does that out of his heart and just so cool, calm, and collective about it. He walks the street, not even bothered about anything, and you say hi to everybody, always pleasant. And that's what I really love about him most. But if he's doing what he's doing, there is no, somebody do a little something for you and they have to publicize it on TV. I do that for you. I did give you this, I give you that. He has nothing to say. He's just, you know what it is to be consistently doing that for 20-something years, my brother? Just providing meals for, I know people that do it at Christmas time, I know people that do it occasionally, I know people that raise, there are a few people that are raising funds and doing it off and on the side that we don't hear about, but they do. But the consistency of 20-something years of doing that. I remember when the same Mr. Prevost, there's this area in Bath Road and all this area, Virgin Lane, that he put light and water for my co, them make a hole, them make a kuwe in Bath Road. He put lights in those areas, and these people, they were in darkness in all these shortcuts and in these kuwe. And he put lights and water, and these people were using the things and don't know how it was paid for. It was all Norris Prevost. And these are the things that he did. And people might think it was for votes. Now, what do you say now? He's out of politics. He continues to do that. And I really want to give thanks and praise to that because these are things that go unnoticed, and I'm glad you just brought it up. And because I'm right there in the vicinity and seeing it happening every day. People come from far, people come from all the way in Newtown, Kingsville, Goodwill, Fokole, for that lunch on a Sunday. Mas, have a good one.
Make this world.
Diana Ross reminds us, sometimes we have to reach out and touch somebody's hand. And this is how we wrap it up there. Thank you, Mervyn. Thank you, Malin. Thank you to caller who, of course, suggested that we should honor those who do well in our society. Don't wait until they pass to give them love. On that note, I'll be back on your radio, your favorite radio, Q95, Talk of the Block. This morning, we remembered again the Honorable Julius Timothy. Why don't we? Somebody's hand today. Christmas is approaching. Time for giving and sharing.
If you can,
reach out and chat. Sing aloud this morning.
make this world. If you can,
Just try. Today, we can offer some breakfast to somebody in need. Come on to Mr. Norris Prevost. And the family. Make this world a better place if you can. These days we see the power reps doing rum instead. You're right about that. Offering BB and orange juice. All right, somebody said, before you go mad, can you please play this one for Mr. Norris River from Chronics? I'm gone. Are you there? I've got to go. Remain the legend that you are, Mr. Norris Privo.
Some things are just never said. No. Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, see the great things that people do. Crazy life day and night, nothing I do ever makes the news. Till I have to do what's right to the King of all kings, all praise is due. Yesterday I was on a train, a little boy asked me my name. He said, sir, I've seen you before, tell me who are you? Said I am a legend that you never heard before. I said I am lion, but you never heard me roar. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, that means I've made a change. I'm the man who cook the food and feed the street people in the afternoon. I'm the lady with the broom, sweeping the halls of your son's preschool. I'm the soldier who's up all night, making sure everything's alright. If you ask me, I'm quite fine, being an ordinary person doing what's right. Yesterday at the football game, a little girl asked me my name. She said, sir, I've seen you before, tell me who are you? I said, I get that you never heard before. Said I am a lion, what you never heard before. I am a hero that nobody says. But if one person remembers my name, from the ocean of fame, I'm an unknown sailor. I'm the percussionist playing with the whaler, the one with the shaker, the mover and shaker. My name wasn't on the front of the page, but we not cater. Much more than the work is greater.
Before we go, we just want to pass a message to Solid Waste.
All needs done are in
People of Union Estate in Point Michelle. The garbage is piling up like a mountain, please. Some garbage collection needed there in the Point Michelle area. Union Estate. A message to Solid Waste. So try to do something about that, okay? Maybe you should give your pal rep a call, huh? You have some influence there.
Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, you see the great things that people do. We're out here changing lives day and night, day in, day out. BBC don't show it, CNN don't show it. He's out.
Kick off the shoes, feel the sand. Got no worries, got no plan. The rhythm's sweet, the breeze is kind. Leave your trouble far behind. I got sunshine in my smile. This beat's gonna stay for a while. No traffic jam inside my mind. Just love and laughter I can find. So I dance through the day, swinging with the breeze, laughing with the ocean moving with ease. Let the world become one man. I'll be here dancing through the day. Strange the way the kids all sing, the music makes my spirit swing. We ain't rich, but we feel blessed with reggae love. We got the rest. No fuss, no rush, no chase, just go all over this place. We take it slow, we feel the beat with every step. Life feels complete. So I dance through the day, swinging with the breeze, laughing with the ocean, moving with ease. Let the world spin, come with me. I'll be here dancing through the day. When the sky gets dark and the rain falls down, I still find rhythm in this town. A little love, a little sway, that's how I get through any day. So come and dance through the day with me. Let go and live so joyfully. No fear, no doubt, just find your way and keep on dancing through the day. Through the day. So come and dance through the day with me. Let go and live so joyfully. No fear, no doubt, just find your way and keep on dancing through the day. I take it slow, no need to rush. Time moves better when there's less fuss. Coffee warm, breeze in my head. A little sunshine everywhere. Don't check the clock, just feel the beat. We're strolling down the street. Wave to the world, sing to the sky. Feeling good and I don't know why. Easy day, easy mind. Leave the heavy world behind. Smile wide, take it slow. Let the reggae rhythm flow. Easy day, easy mind. Leave the heavy world behind. Smile wide, take it slow. Let the reggae rhythm flow. Music playing on the old front porch. No fancy lights, just the stars' torch. Friends around, good vibes grow. Laughing loud with thoughts aglow. No need for more, I've got enough. Peace and love, the realest stuff. We ride the waves, we bless the rain, and let the sunshine ease our pain. Easy day, easy mind. Leave the heavy world behind. Smile wide, take it slow. Let the reggae rhythm flow. Easy days, easy mind. Leave the heavy world behind. Smile wide, take it slow. Let the reggae rhythm flow. Life moves fast and days feel tight. Find your song and hold it right. Close your eyes, feel this way, and let the worries drift away. Let the worries drift away. Easy day, come and stay. Bring that light to every day. One love, one soul, one goal. Let the reggae rhythm flow.
With the sun on my face, feeling thankful for this place. The breeze is sweet, the sky is wide. Got love and peace right by my side. Don't need diamonds, don't need fame, just a heartbeat and your name. I've got this rhythm in my chest, and I'm alive, and I'm blessed. Every beat of life, I feel the love falling down like rain from up above. No fear, no fight, no need to hide. Just ride the rhythm, arms open wide. Through the trees, children dancing with the breeze, neighbors smile, we pass it on. This little world we're standing on, let the music guide the way. One love carry us each day. I don't need a plan on script, I've got this joy on every trip. Every beat of life, I feel the love falling down like rain from up above. No fear, no fight, no need to hide. Just ride the rhythm, arms open wide. No matter where I go, I know the light inside will always grow. So lift your voice, let it show. This life's a song, now let it flow. Every beat of life, let's sing it loud. Head held high, we're feeling proud. Love the fire with a spark. I used to walk with heavy feet, chained to the sound of the city street. But now I roam where the water plays and let my worries drift away. No more pretending, no more shame. I'm done with chasing someone else's name. This reggae rhythm's all I need to move in love and plant my seed. Now I'm free to be me, just as I am. No filter, no fear. No master plan, with the breeze on my skin and salt in the feet. I'm finally home. I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me. Don't need riches, don't need gold. I got stories worth more than I've ever told. Each scar I wear, a patch of black. I made it here, I'm doing alright. I give my heart, I stay my truth. Still got my soul from how I do. No mess, no rush, no enemy. Just peace and roots and harmony. Now I'm free to be me. Just as I am. No fear, no fear. The breeze on my skin, it's soft in the sea. I'm finally home. I'm free to be me. Won't you hide behind the pain? Let it pour like gentle rain. You are love, you are light, you are the fire that burns so bright. Yes, I'm free, free me. Wilding blind, with no chains on my heart, no pain on my mind. I dance to the beat of life's melody, forever and always. Free to be me. Your voice is like the ocean tide, pulling me in, I can't hide. Your touch is warm like the island breeze. You calm my storms, you bring me peace. Every glance is like the way, soft and deep the way I pray. I don't need to roam or run. With you, my journey's just begun. Take me to the island of your love, where time stands still and stars shine above. You need no man. Your sweet love. We dance low on the moonlit sky. Your hands in mine, no need for disguise. Every beat of your heart I hear tells me I belong right here. Let the world keep moving fast. We found a love that's built to last. With every time, with every way, I promise you my soul to take me to the island of your love. Oh no, but time stands still inside, shine above. No need for myself. Your sweet love. Let the poetry sway to our song.
Easy Rock 95.1. More rock, less talk while you work. The latest stock rock. After hit, tune into Easy Rock 95.1 for the best mid-morning show. Right here on the Prince Nation.
To the island of your
Just received Able Farm evaporated milk, delicious and nutritious, rich and creamy. Perfect for all uses, for drinking, for tea, coffee, cocoa, punches, juices, cooking, baking, ice pops, and ice cream, and everything else. Prices start as low as $1.55 per can. Able Farm evaporated milk. Available in 2 varieties, each in 2 sizes of cans. Able Farm evaporated milk. Available wholesale and retail at Esau Trading Limited. That milk nice, boy. Esau Trading Limited, making a difference for you.
Milky milk, milky milk, milky, milky milk.
We are in the Atlantic hurricane season. Stay tuned to radio and television stations for regular bulletins. Rely only on official bulletins. Do not check these over the telephone. A message from Q95 FM Radio.
Exciting news from AutoTrade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars on the last Thursday of each month. AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, here's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
You smile. Cut Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at cost. Yeah, it's back. Cut Black Friday. I tell you,